Hey, what's up guys, this is the Meds Guy and welcome to the redub of Dark Souls 3 because it is a cursed series that will never not be cursed and I have to redub most of the episodes. So I'm going to treat this kind of walkthrough compared to my original. Well, I guess my original was fairly walkthrough as well. So this is the walkthrough. We need to start with Warrior, Sovereign. So we get Warrior, Sovereignless Soul, and whatever character you want to create, and then we go from there into the loading screen. So right off the bat, we are going to hit triangle to two-hand our weapon, and we're going to sprint down the way. When we get up to this guy, we're going to tap R1 to sprint attack him, and you sprint by holding down O. So you're going to hold down O until you get to that guy, and then tap R1 to hit him. It's best to use your index finger on the camera stick, your right stick, and then put your middle finger on your R1. That way, when you're running up to the guy, you can switch to sprint attack really fast. You can continue sprinting and control the camera and lock on and all that really fast. So now, what we're doing, I think I had to check a text or something at this moment. And instead of doing it right, I just did this. So here we have the dark sign and some other options. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove those by tapping square right on the D-pad, square right on the D-pad, square. Go up into your first menu option, remove the shield, the Sovereignless Soul, and the blue Estus Flask with square, as we're not going to be using those quite yet. The blue is optional for you guys. If you plan on using a lot of L2 attacks or magic or anything like that, and you'll have to two-hand again as well since you remove the shield. From there we can move forward and begin killing our enemies. And this is the order I like to do it. Kill that guy at the seat, or the first guy, and then kill the guy sitting down, and then kill the guy to the right, kill the crossbowman, kill these two lads, and then kill this guy on the wall. You can backstab him, or just hit him once. Preferably backstab, because it's just cool, and you need to figure it out. To do that, you just walk up behind them and tap R1. You just got to be standing at the right angle at their back. Which is usually right behind them, but you can get some weird angle backstabs sometimes, and you'll see those as the series progresses. So this is the first big enemy, and pretty basic. If he does that little spin ball roll move, we jump attack him. We run up to him and we jump attack him by pressing R2 while sprinting. Pretty much every other move he's gonna do, we just dodge and then fully charged R2s. Now he does some moves here that I wasn't used to. I haven't really seen them before. I wouldn't say I haven't seen them before. It's just been a while. Usually he gives me pretty consistent moves. But yeah, with basically every move, you just roll through it. He doesn't do that scratch a whole lot. He doesn't do that spin attack a whole lot that he did. But pretty much you're just going to fully charge R2 him. There's a state he can go into. He doesn't do this a lot either. But there's a state he can go into, and I don't think he goes into it in this fight. But, no, he just dies. If he stumbles backwards and, holds his face like he's hurt, you can run up in front of him and tap R1, and you'll do a, super attack, which usually gets done around the last of his health, so typically he either dies or he's, one shot. One more fully charged R2 or one more R1 will finish him off. Better play it safe, though. And do that fight as many times as you need to, but it's suggested you beat it because it can get you a nice item off the bat and get you a bunch of souls. You want as many souls out of this first area as you can get. So once you beat all of them, you're going to come to this bonfire and take a nice rest at it. Get the rest gesture, and then continue forward by either pressing O or X at that bonfire. These guys can be pretty shifty, so they're all one-shot still. So just, you know, see what they're going to do and then attack them afterwards. We sprint over here and get this guy, because we want this one over here to be more controlled. And once you've killed both of them, you'll come down here. Now this guy with the shield and the spear, you gotta roll a specific distance. You don't want to roll too close or he'll do this. Now I actually didn't fail, I just attacked too early. I should have waited for an opening, but you gotta kill the shield and spear guy as fast as possible. And equip those fire bombs when you get there. The shield and spear guy takes a couple of hits because he can guard, so you got to break his guard first. After that, you can equip the fire bombs by pressing X in the slot behind your healing flask, and then and of course you have to one-shot the crossbow guy. So it's suggested you roll through the first arrow, kill the shield and spear guy, roll through a second if you need to, and then kill the crossbow guy, and then get your fire bombs. It is recommended that you kind of watch through the video before you do anything, because there are going to be later parts where I don't know what I'm doing and I just do it. Anyhow, with that jump, you have two options. You can either jump with O or jump with L3. You jump with L3, you'll jump every time, and you can roll while sprinting like I did there. I was sprinting and I just let go and tapped O again. You jump with O, you'll actually sprint, and then if you release sprint and press O really fast, you'll jump, and sometimes that can get you into trouble, as if a boss hits you in that jump when you meant to roll, it'll do double damage, which can sometimes one-shot, depending on the boss, or you know, if you have a certain amount of health left, you're like, oh, it'll be fine, and then it one-shots you. Now with the backstab guy, you can just regular kill him the second time around. The reason we're killing these guys a second time around is just for the extra 24 souls they all drop. Kill all these guys a second time around, get your 24 souls, and 24 extra souls on top of the ones you've already gotten. It helps out a bit in the long run, just to have a bunch of extra souls laying around. So while we're running to the next objective, I think we just kill these guys up here again, or we run past them. I can't remember, but while we're just kind of running back through this area again, and I do the jump again here. The reason I have to redub these, as I said, is because my mic was apparently muted for the first several episodes, and then there's a break point where there's some episodes that are dubbed. Oh, by the way, to drop attack, you spam R1 while falling. That's kind of how I do it. I just spam R1 until the attack goes off and then stop spamming R1. We're gonna go fight the boss now. Anyways, my mic was muted, so I have to redub the first several episodes, and then there will be some episodes that'll be kind of weird because they'll be dubbed while I'm playing. But I'll do the boss first before I continue this. So press X to pull the sword out, do 2 fully charged R2s. On the second one you can lock on to the boss, and you get 2 fully charged R2s worth of damage right off the bat. Now typically he does 2 attacks per move. It'll be 1 or 2 typically, so you just wait for him to do a second attack, dodge through those, and then hit him with fully charged R2s. Now I got hit there, but I was just taking some extra damage. Or trying to get some extra damage in. But we're going to use 2 fire bombs when he goes into a second state here. If they don't work, you can stagger him. But if it don't work, then you can just get the regular kill there. That's not my best attempt at that boss, but I was going for the extra damage. No, I can't even say it's my fastest attempt. You can kill him really, really fast. But yeah, just, get behind him, fully charged R2. That's kind of the system for just about every boss, except for some of the faster ones where you kind of have to use just regular R1s most of the time. But there's break arounds that, and we'll see that. So now we're going to drop off that rock at that ledge right there, kill him, and then kill the guy sitting down. The reason we kill the sword and the shield and spear guy, we're going to put homeward bones behind firebombs. The reason we kill that shield and spear guy with the drop attack is so that he's easier to kill, since he'll take more hits, since he'll block. And then we can just one-shot the other guy. Everything is one-shot here because we chose the warrior class. And we chose that for my specific build. You can press forward and R1 to kick at the same time. Kick that guy off the ledge for fun. Reset if you don't, it's okay. Just go back to the bonfire at the boss room. or you know, just take the kill. Whichever you prefer. But yeah, now we're just going to kind of run through here. Don't grab that shield. You'll see that shiny up there. You don't want it. Don't mess with that tree. Stay away from it. Come up these stairs and kill these two first. Those two, they want that shield more than you do. So they'll come and attack you if you go and grab it early. Next we'll grab embers, and we're going to press pause once, down, triangle, and ember on the first slot. Mostly because we only use those in situations where they're not necessary to use in, like, quickly. Okay, with this dog, you need to sprint over there at a specific angle that I'm going to show you, jump, and then spam R1 at the dog. If you just try to do a regular jump attack by sprinting and pressing R2, or by pressing forward and R2 at the same time, you just kind of fall to the bottom of the cliff really fast and don't get the kill. And then you have to deal with fighting dogs, and that's never a fun time. So make sure you sprint and jump off of that, and then hit the dog. Now we're going to fight this guy, and we're going to get him with some cheese. Now there's two cheese tactics, and the one I'm going to show you is the first version. Get him really aggressive and make him jump off the edge. The other version is to bring him down here to where I'm standing, and there's a little ledge off to the side. You can go down there. Bring him down there, and get him to do a charged up slash attack at you, and he'll slide right off the edge. So that is the second option, is you can just do that. Now, while you're watching me do this, which I actually get it, not first try, but I do get it. While you're watching me do this, I'll continue my explanation. So basically, what you're going to see, yeah, and that's where you take him for the other tactic. Now, what you're going to see is about halfway through the series or so, so he wasn't aggressive there, so I shouldn't have done that, but that's the aggressive, and that's the kill. You just get him to, if you sprint at any NPC in the game, they will do a jump attack typically, or their variation, so you can just sprint towards ledges while they're at you and get them to jump off. And then we save and quit out to respawn the item, because NPCs, like special items, will respawn. Everything will respawn at their original spawn points when you save and quit out. So we save and quit out to reset the item so we can get it when we killed them off the edge. Anyhow, so my mic was muted, as I said, and then you can tap X and like move the controller, and I think I just did that to show you, but you can just tap X and like move the controller, like shake it, and it'll do gestures for you, and it can be really annoying when you're picking up items and you accidentally gesture. But go ahead and take everything you have equipped off currently except for your embers, and then we're going to run this way. About halfway through the series, I have in-game dubbing, like I have actual with playthrough dubbing, so whatever I say in that, if I mentioned something that was in a previous episode, it won't be there anymore because I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I mentioned. But here, we're going to run to the top of this knot and then jump to the right onto that roof. And it has to be perfect. You have to get on top of the knot. And then, boom. Just aim for the roof and you're good. Aim too close and you'll hit the little rubble that's kind of blocking your way. Aim too far and you'll, just miss the roof entirely. Dead rolling. That's an important one. It basically just stops like falling animations from happening if you keep rolling. So when you jump right at the edge of like a ledge and you just keep rolling. Okay, around this corner, you want to sprint around, tap R3 when you see the enemy. It's a little glowing lizard, and then jump attack it as fast as possible. So sprint around, tap R3, boom, and then R1, and you're good. You get yourself a twinkling titanite for that. But yeah, with dead rolling, it just, that's what they call it because it's associated with a ditch where you actually activate a death plane. But it can also just be used to kind of cancel fall animations by allowing you to continuously roll. So there's a little stop there when you land, but when you do a dead roll, that stop won't happen. So now we're going to grab this Estus shard. We're going to go into our inventory, which is the second option on your options lists when you pause. You're going to leave. You're going to go to the fire bombs and the homeward bones, and you're going to hit leave and then left on the D-pad and X. And you're going to leave those and get the call over, iron bracelets, and large titanite shards. Or large titanite shard. After that, you can punch those walls open, and then at the end of the catwalk here, I don't remember if I do it or not because I can't remember if I was distracted, but yeah, you do a nice dead roll, and it cancels out that nice falling animation. So you can grab the covetous silver serpent ring and get it equipped. By the way, to quick equip items, I did that earlier, but I was talking about dubbing issues. You can go to... okay, so it doesn't cancel, but if you keep rolling, it cancels like that. If you just keep spamming O as you're falling after a dead roll. Anyhow, you can quick change items by pausing, going to your armor, for example, and then pressing X. Pick your helmet, press R1, and it'll go to the next level. So whenever you need to re-equip stuff, when you get naked, you can just press X, R1, or whatever you need. Now, we're going to go to Organize Storage Box after we sit at this bonfire. We're going to press R1 and then X 4 times. And then we're going to close out of that menu and go talk to this old lady here. And we're going to sell everything that we don't have equipped currently unless you want to keep stuff. I'm only going to say that once because I know I said it like a million times. Every time I sold stuff, I was like, only sell what you want to, get rid of. Keep whatever you want. So here's the one time I'm going to say it. I'm going to sell probably everything that I get, typically, until a later point in time. Go to the old guy hammering away, Andre, and we're going to reinforce Estus Flask and then go to a lot Estus and put it all into healing. And then we'll talk to the lady and get a nice level up. Oh, by the way, that is the L2 move. You can use blue flasks to refill the blue bar at the top left. But while you're in this state, you do like greater damage and have a slightly different move set when you do a fully charged R2. So now we'll level up, as I said. Hit level up. I think I'm down like 1,000 souls. I feel like I'm missing 1,000, but it doesn't matter because it's enough. So you go down to dexterity and you get it up to 20. That's the goal. Once you get dexterity to 20, you're pretty much done leveling dexterity. Of course, you can level however you want. I have a specific build, so I'll be using my specific build throughout this walkthrough. So dexterity to 20 is the first goal. And it's just going to make enemies really close to one-shots. I don't really remember what I do at this point. I'm probably just ranting about something or whatever, just talking about stuff. As I said, this is a very cursed series, and because of that, most of the time my dubs are going to be my redubs. And it's quite the shame. But for anybody who wants to play ahead of me and figure it out for themselves, to get through the game as easily as possible, based on this playthrough alone, I may have gotten into the double digits with death, but it hasn't reached 20 even. Dexterity to 20, strength to 40, vigor to 30, I think, endurance to 20 or 30, pretty much everything else to 30. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and favorite more, subscribe for your own reasons, and I'll see you in the next one.